Their death is our own.
This is the first ever Let's Play on the Critical Moves podcast YouTube channel, and I'm very excited to be playing Warhammer 40k Battlesector. We're doing a new campaign, The Age of Crimson Dawn, and on a starters difficulty, because that's the default Battlesector experience, it says so right there. Let us begin.
Time flows in contradictions since the invasion. There's an unexpected slowness in the aftermath of an impossible victory. A languid sweetness of air, tasted by the hapless victor. And yet, I also feel the turning of change, and the accumulated minutiae that falls to the survivors. Corpses to be burned, fortifications to be rebuilt, neophytes to be blooded. Regardless of our losses, we are the angels of death, and we are always prepared for war. Not that these are concerns for the fledgling Primaris right now. Balfora is an unforgiving tutor. Dante says that you are blood angels. Prove it! Show me that the blood of the great angel flows within your veins.
We fight and we die for the Imperium.
Hopefully not too much dying. So let's have a quick look. We have intercessors, these are your basic line troops, aggressors, which are punchy hurty boys, and at the back here, the main man, Sergeant Carleon, and his assault squad. And we have units of Hormagaunts, which are going to need to be destroyed. There's 8 to be killed. Hormagaunts are melee only troops, so keep them at arm's length, blow them away, everyone's a winner. Carleon is equipped with a jump pack and a chainsword. Jump pack will allow him to skip all terrain obstacles.
My fury will be fast. Their death is our only option.
First enemy's taken care
We
of.
are the blood blades of Skyfall.
Come around here.
Moving.
Give these some welly.
Death to the Xenos swarm.
They didn't like that, did they? 5 of 8 killed. Hormagaunts there.
We are the walls. We are the guns.
Now the aggressors have Fragstorm grenade launchers here, which have a range of between 4 and 5. They're out of range, they're too close. So let's use our Boltstorm gauntlets to clear these Hormagaunts. And then we can take a step forward,
Forward.
hit them. Almost all killed. Move out of the way. If you've got a shot, you have.
Engaging the enemy.
Finished
Battle
off.
line squad ready. Yes.
Turnus, let's see what you've got.
They will regret coming this close. Roger that. Crush Crush them!
Didn't finish them off.
Sanguinius watches over us.
Carleon will, though. Now, very briefly, because I'm sure many of you played this game before, units have movement points and action points. Most infantry units have 4 movement points and 1 action point. HQ units, which Carleon is one of, gets an extra action point, so you can fire twice, attack twice.
My
One should be
vengeance
enough.
will be final.
Perfect. So that's the first half of them done.
For the Emperor!
Let's see what's next.
Death to the Xenos Swarm!
So you see here, these units are using their Overwatch ability. If you don't fire in your turn, ending your turn will put the unit onto Overwatch, which means that anything that comes into range, you can shoot.
Death to the Xenos Swarm!
Two more units remaining. One comes up this way, one comes up this way.
For the Emperor! Assault Marines ready!
So selecting your unit, you have a facing. So as you can see, these intercessors are looking straight at me, but I can change them to turn to the right by pressing G, and into a square next to you, you can choose which facing they will have. So because I know that there's going to be a unit coming up this way, I want my intercessors facing down the hill.
Close
Assault
combat
squad
support!
facing down the hill.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
Thin their numbers! They will not overwhelm us!
Will the submarines kick in as well? Beautiful. We'll get them next turn. One remaining.
Engaging the enemy.
You can fight. I'll give you that. I don't know yet if you truly are scions of Sanguinius, or just some ruse of the Archmagos. Battle will decide. It always does.
Immediate assistance required. Tyranids converge at the Voxcaster relay on the Cell Veritas western edge.
Form on me, brothers. It appears Balfoura has decided she's not yet done with you.
Mission complete. That was mission 1, of course. There's 20 in this series, so expect to see them all in a new playlist. This is the Critical Moves podcast. We're looking at expanding what we do on the channel, especially on the YouTube channel. So expect Let's Plays, expect trailers, expect trailer breakdowns, maybe some commentary on multiplayer matches, casting, that kind of thing. and maybe, just maybe, if you're very, very lucky, some video interviews with developers as well for strategy games. Be sure to like the video, be sure to share the video, be sure to comment on the video if you want to see me continue with this series, or if you want to see more. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Podcast episodes come out every Friday across all of the usual podcast services. Go to criticalmovespodcast.com. It's our main webpage. You'll find all the ways to get in touch. Links to the Discord, links to the forum. Come and tell us what you think.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. People are born, they live, they suffer, and die. Rarely of natural causes. Days prior to the fall of Cadia, Dante faced his greatest challenge. High Fleet Leviathan had broken through the Krypton shield, and the Tyranids bore directly for the sacred homeworld of the Blood Angels, Baal. Sons of Sanguinius rallied from the far corners of the galaxy. Complete strangers died side by side as brothers. Yet even this unprecedented congregation could not hold back the Great Devourer. In their darkest moment, the Blood Angels gathered around Lord Commander Dante, a last stand. They gave themselves to the Red Thirst and stood in defiance of the alien. Not for survival, for the chapter was doomed, but for the honor of their sire, the great angel Sanguinius. And then, pandemonium, the Cicatrix Maledictum opened and tore the galaxy in two. Time stretched, contorted. Demons of Khorne poured across the moon of Baal Primus, tearing at Xenos and Marines alike. Havoc reigned. But just as quickly as it appeared, the Cicatrix Maledictum contracted. It took with it both the demons and vast swathes of High Fleet Leviathan. In their place, the Indomitus Crusade appeared, helmed by the avenging sun himself, Primarch Roboute Guilliman. The blessed Primarch didn't just bring relief to Baal. He brought with him the Primaris Space Marines, thousands bearing the mark of the blood drop. The Primaris were larger, stronger, more resilient than their firstborn brethren. But to the Blood Angels, they represented a different kind of salvation. The promise of these super soldiers was of an improved gene line, more pure and closer to that of Sanguinius. Away from prying ears, Archmagos Call whispered that they showed fewer signs of the flaws that plagued the great angel's blood. No more thirst beating at their hearts. No more armor to be painted black. A semblance of normality has since returned to Baal. The monolithic Indomitus Crusade prepares to leave. Commander Dante, now Lord Regent of half of the Imperium, works to heal his chapter and Baal of the trauma suffered at the hands of Leviathan. And on the moon Baal Secundus, Sergeant Carleon hurries to the aid of a sanguinary priest.